Standard release? Hell yeah. Wait, no, no, no. Oh, this isn't happening. What the hell? Not on my watch. Nope. Okay, people, welcome back to another Fwoosh review. Starting this off super great. Okay, people, welcome back to another Fwoosh Weekly. As always, I'm Robo, and if I seem a little bit off, it's because, I just crawled out of bed. Last night I watched Infinity War. Ooh, delicious. I was all high on Infinity War, so I decided I'll stay up, grab Anakin when he pops up, whether he's an exclusive or a standard. Got past midnight, and the pages for it went up, but not the pre-order themselves. They said it would be 4 a.m. instead of 2 a.m. So I thought, yep, staying up till 4 a.m. And that's what I did, putting the weekly together, and then when it rolled around to 4, it was still a pain in the ass because all the sites kind of dropped down. But I got mine, went to bed, woke up, and here we are. But like I said, Anakin ended up being a standard release. There were some questions there, was some conflicting info coming out, but turns out standard, out to everybody, and the way he's sold out everywhere, he's gone from AmiAmi, he's gone from HLJ, I think he's been up on CD Japan. If you want to go Big Bad Toy Store, they have a page up too. So maybe this is changing the minds of some companies that prequels don't sell, or prequel figures, but it is Anakin. I mean, he's kind of the main character of the prequel saga. And with all the sequel hate that we're getting right now, I feel a lot of people are going back to the prequels and going, not that bad. If you watch me for any amount of time, you'll know that the prequels didn't really do it for me. I like characters and I like designs, some of the story, but then there's some of it's just grating. I don't know what this is, cheese something? But if you haven't got your Anakin yet, go get it. Now, I just put a review up yesterday for the Bandai Figuarts Dragon Ball Z Piccolo model kit. I love these things, even though I'm not a super fan of the property. They're just fun. That's all I can say. Fun. But Bandai has solicited the next figure in the model kit line, and that would be Vegeto. Vegeto. Now, this is another one of those characters I'm not super familiar with. I know the concept, I've watched some clips, but I haven't watched the overall story arc that Vegeto shows up in. Like I said, I dig a good model kit, so this is very tempting. Now it comes with 2 faces, the usual sets of hands. It comes with the Spirit Sword, which, look at this insane freaking thing. It looks like you can keep adding pieces until it's, what, this long? And I couldn't make this up. This is how it's solicited. It also comes with a penetrated boo. Oh, behave, Bandai. But it's not articulated. It's even hard to tell how big it actually is. So this is probably one of those things that won't make it out of the box. And it probably won't look this good. It's probably just a big pink hunk of plastic. But this will run you $27 and release in August. Okay, here comes a mouthful. To keep with Dragon Ball and even Vegeto, here is the Dragon Ball North American Tour 2018 exclusive Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Vegeto. One take! One punch! Now, I don't buy the Dragon Ball figure art, so I don't know what's going on here, but I see a lot of complaints of this being on the 1.0 body. Apparently, the 2.0 body is much better. Still, it looks cool, and they're advertising this as an event-exclusive color edition, so he's probably going to get a standard release, just in different colors or a different form, however that works. If you're interested in it, I guess check out the scheduled dates for the North American Dragon Ball Tour. I kind of heard about that, but I was thinking, you know, the Tamashii tour. This is apparently just for Dragon Ball. You want to talk about some Medicom? Let's talk about some Medicom. The MAFEX Justice League Bruce Wayne. We saw teasers of this last week. It has been officially solicited this week. And it even comes with more parts than we saw last week. It comes with the standard sets of hands. It comes with the Parademon rifle, some batarangs, and you'll notice a neck piece right there. I think that allows you to take the unmasked Bruce Wayne head here and put it on the Justice League Batman figure. It's got the collar coming up to skin tone. That's kind of cool. They could have just said, hey, just pop Batman's head off, put Bruce Wayne's head on there. I doubt that's the accent used at the Medicom offices. Oh man, MAFEX is just kicking it. It also comes with an alternate Batman head. I think this is the tactical gear head without the goggles. Now I'm seeing a lot of comments of they should release accessories for other figures with those other figures instead of, you know, here's Bruce Wayne, but if you want this head or this neck, you gotta buy this figure for it to go with the other figure. I understand that. Yes, it is kind of a shitty ploy, but I feel like they, and I was gonna justify it somehow, but I really can't. I mean, I know it's uncool, and it doesn't bother me anymore because Medicom seems to do that a lot. I guess I'm just desensitized to their plot. It also helps that I haven't bought any of the Justice League stuff. But we're seeing the same thing with the Dark Knight trilogy line too. You get parts with Scarecrow for another figure, get parts with the Police Joker, which, you know, it wouldn't be as popular as the standard Joker, so they added parts for the standard Joker in with the Police Joker, just to sell more Police Jokers, and I feel like that's what they're doing here. They're trying to make money. But this is $70, and it'll drop in February of 2019. Also, we got the final solicitations for the Medicom MAFEX Marvel Comics Spider-Man. This thing's looking fantastic. It looks amazing. It looks spectacular, uncanny, astonishing. I know I'm going way off track there. But this looks like the perfect replacement for any comic book Spider-Man you have on the shelf right now. Now, it comes with two heads. The eyes aren't as different as I think. There's a side-by-side right here, and you can see the McFarlane-esque, the 90s-esque eyes on the far one. Then you flip to this one, and it looks like they drop them down. I think that's the angle of the head. You kind of see less webs here, more webs here. I wish they had got a little bit more straight on. But they take out the angular aspect of the eyes on the other head, which is a different style altogether. If you don't like the first, there you go, there's a second one. But I think they're sneaking another head in. We didn't know about this. They still haven't actually put it on the official solicitations at most of the web shop, well, all the web shops I go to. But this picture is making the rounds on Facebook, and that would be an unmasked Peter Parker head with a mask, a crumpled mask that he can just hold. So take that with a grain of salt. If this is actually, or somebody's playing a Photoshop joke on, you know, this fine Friday, but I have a feeling this will be included. He also comes with an assortment of hands. He comes with what looks like the webs from the Homecoming Spider-Man. He comes with alternate feet and hands that have magnets in them, which we also saw with the Homecoming Spider-Man. Hope these are a little bit stronger. The first ones, they weren't super strong, and it also looks kind of weird, but you know, that's the concessions they have to make to give you a magnetic Spider-Man. This will also be $70, and it also releases in February of 2019. My God, why do I have to wait that long to get this in my hands? Here comes this big bastard. It's the Mezco 1/12 Collective DC Darkseid. Now, it's solicited as 8 inches. It's solicited as having electronics. It's solicited as being polystone. And my first thought was the same thought as everybody else. You know, polystone, it's dense, but it's also a little bit fragile. Is the whole figure made out of polystone? It sounds like it. Is there going to be, you know, weakened articulation because it's all polystone? I don't know. Maybe they're doing some kind of funky cover thing inside. They have to be thinking far ahead for this, right? I mean, surely they've planned to make this durable, to hold up to, you know, at least a little posing. So I'm a little bit worried, but that sure as hell didn't stop me from pre-ordering it, did it? I thought about it for a couple minutes, and then it was click. It just looks too good. Look at this picture with him with his hands behind his back. That is classic Darkseid. Now, it also comes with a big, heavy cape. I'm not as familiar with him in a cape as I am without the cape, so that's cool, but it doesn't really ruffle my cape in the wind. What is this? I don't know what this is. Flute? And hell, I forgot about the metal components too, so that also adds to the cost, which we'll get to in a moment. There's 3 alternate heads. There's Grim, there's Grimace, and then there's Omega Beams. Several sets of hands, mother box, and it's gonna run you $800. That's woo! $180. That's a lot better than $800 if you want to look at it like that. Which may be pricing some people out of at least Darkseid. There's already a lot of $80 is too much for the standard figures, but they're rolling right along, you know? I don't know if Darkseid's going to be selling out everywhere, but it's not pricing everybody out, but some people are feeling the wallet sting. And this will also, hopefully, and I say that even though they're back on schedule and pumping out the figures right now, it should release at the end of this year. And then they're also teasing in their newsletters that the Sovereign Knight Batman will go up for pre-order May 1st, which is Batman Day. I didn't even know that. We talked about it last week, the Super7 Masters of the Universe Stridor. It is now up for pre-order, and it's a pretty good price at $60. But an update to that, they have also shown the pictures for the classic style headdress helmet thing for the horse. So you get the good guy look for the Night Stalker helmet, and then you get Stridor's helmet. Pre-orders for this is staying open until May 15th. And they're now saying the shipping will be the 1st of August. If I remember right, last week they were talking about coming back from Comic-Con and starting to ship these. And now they're kind of edging it back a little bit, which gives them a little bit of breathing room, which we kind of expected. What we didn't expect is these vintage style 2-packs going up for pre-order at the same time as Stridor. You get vintage style He-Man and Skeletor 2-pack, and then there was and I say was, hold on, She-Ra and Hordak 2-pack. Vintage style, vintage scale, vintage articulation, but updated sculpt. I really like the look of the He-Man and the Skeletor, but already sold out. Apparently there was just a limited supply, but if I've heard right, and if I remember right, these will also be single carded down the line. This is just exclusive packaging, not exclusive figures. I don't know, the Skeletor, if you get anywhere close to the Filmation look, I want one. We also talked about this a couple weeks ago. It would be the Dasin model Tom and Jerry figures. There's a lot of talk that these aren't licensed. They're kind of bootleggish maybe. I was even worried that it may not even release, that these were just pictures thrown out there, take the pre-orders, take the money. That didn't stop me from putting my money down, but what do I know? But now we're seeing some package shots of the figures, which makes me think, oh, maybe they are coming. Ooh. It's like a package shot with any line. Even when I see the figures in person and they're saying these are coming out this exact date for this exact price, it's not until I see package shots that I'm like, whoa, they're coming, oh. Now the rumor going around online that these will release May 10th, that seems awful specific, but I'm hoping it would be cool. And here's the full accessory layout in a nice promotional type image. It's a lot of stuff for $42. Hopefully the quality, well, at this point I just hope they show up. For $42, I guess I can deal with some loosey-goosey joints if they look this good. Tamashii Comic-Con has released this picture of a lot of the franchises that they will be showing action figures for at the event. Now a lot of these are, you know, SH Figuarts stuff, movie realization stuff, and I have a feeling they're going to be showing a lot of old stuff. Like Pirates of the Caribbean, they're probably just showing Jack. It'd be nice to get Davy Jones or some other characters from the franchise, but I have a feeling they're going to be pushing older stuff. And the same goes for all these other properties, especially like Infinity War, where they just showed new stuff. But the two that interest me is Deadpool and X-Men. Have we seen any kind of X-Men product out? Deadpool, we're getting the movie realization samurai style Deadpool, so that may fall under that franchise, even though I'm hoping for some movie Deadpool stuff from Figuarts. Is that too much to hope for? I think my hopes are way too high, and then when we see what it is, it'll... But X-Men, I guess we'll wait and see. Now I'm going to stick with Bandai, Tamashii, Figuarts stuff, and it's Infinity War, and it's probably going to be kind of spoilerish. The pictures not so much, so if you want to see the pretty pictures and see what's happening, but not actually hear about it, or what may be movie spoilers, go ahead and mute it right now. Now that everybody's muted the video, we can actually talk about our real feelings for each other. No more solicitations have shown up for characters from Infinity War, and to keep from saying it 3 times, all 3 of these figures are Soul Web exclusives, so we'll have to go through third-party sites to actually get them. But in October, we're going to see Infinity War Bucky. I've been waiting for a Winter Soldier / Bucky in the Figuarts line since he first appeared in the MCU, but what happened? Like I said, I saw the movie last night, so I know the costume is accurate, and I'm good with that. It has that Bucky flavor to it. Hell, it has that Winter Soldier flavor to it. It's sporting the arm he got in the movie, but what happened to the head? This may be one of the things we're going to get it in person and say, oh, this is much better in person, because that happens a lot with Figuarts, but that mostly happens with paint, not sculpt itself. The whole brow thing, the nose, it almost looks like they're sculpting the Great Khali. The hair doesn't look quite right. I don't know. I may try to hunt this down simply because it's Bucky, but I may have to look for some third-party heads. Now, he comes with the gun he sports in the movie. He comes with 2 alternate heads, and what it breaks down to is one's looking forward, one's looking to the left a little bit, which kind of works because you can put him in aiming position. So it's not terrible here. At least he has the accessories to go along with the slightly different head. $60, and like I said, October. In November, we're going to be getting Rocket Racoon. As far as I can tell, this is just a re-release of the same figure we already have. The alternate heads, the alternate hands, but the only thing different is he's sporting the BFG that he gets in Infinity War. Which, when it comes to Rocket, I want to see big guns. The first one came with 2 little pistols. Pew, pew. When you think Rocket, you think he's blasting the shit out of everything. But I don't think I can pay $40 for the gun itself. I don't need the figure. I have the first edition. It's a cool figure. It fits in with both Marvel Legends and Figuarts, but it's even the same color. Which, now that I say that, I'm usually griping about each movie giving a different look to all the characters so they can sell more toys, and now here I am griping that Rocket didn't change his costume from Guardians of the Galaxy to Infinity War in order to make this figure look different. And you wonder why toy companies don't interact with the fans more than they do. But finally, and this is ending the year with a big freaking bang, here is Hulkbuster 2.0. Now I'll admit, the scene in the movie that has this, I couldn't tell you if this is accurate or not, or if he was just running the first Veronica. In my brain, I'm picturing the first Veronica, but it may very well, it was probably this version. The damn thing is 10.2 inches tall. It's got lights, LEDs all over it, the knees, the back. But for all that, it's also going to cost you $350. That Darkseid's not looking that bad now, is it? But also, to finally reveal some accessories for the old figures, here is Iron Spider with his Waldos. They call them Waldos, I don't know, the legs. The solicitation for Spider-Man always said optional parts, and we kind of knew these were coming. And to finally see them, it's, I don't know, it's a little bit underwhelming. They just look like tubes with some joints in them. But it really completes the costume, I feel like. It's apparently being shown at a show somewhere, because here's, you can see over there, if we just had a little bit more, we could probably see Captain America's shield or shields. But as of recording this, I haven't seen pictures of that yet. Either official solicitation, which is weird because we got official solicitation update for Spider-Man, but not Captain America. I'm sure as soon as I post this, it'll pop up and be like, shit! But along with those two, it seems like we're also getting a new Hulk. Haven't seen any official stuff on this. He just popped up in that same case that's showing the Spider-Man with the gold arms. It seems to at least be based on, okay, that's a strong word. It has the same soul. It has the same soul as the first Figuarts Hulk. And I mean that only in size and kind of bulk. But it looks to be a completely new sculpt because it has skin texture, and they tried to go for a more realistic look, because honestly, the first Hulk, I never got it because it looks too cartoony, it looks too comic booky, it looked nothing like the movie. For the movie Hulk in my display, I went with the Figma, which the rest of the Figma Avengers look cartoony, so I don't know if they were, hey, we'll give you a chance this time around, we'll take it this direction, we'll work on it, and then we'll flip back around the next releases. No, it's not perfect. Yeah, the Ruffalo likeness isn't that great, but it looks like a cool Hulk figure. More info on that will probably pop up as soon as I kick this off too. Okay, you can unmute now. Don't click the X. No, don't go. That's it for this week. Like I said, I saw Avengers last night. My mind is still trying to, you know, put everything in order. I'm gonna have to see it again. Of course, I always say that, and I never make it back to the theater because there's too many movies coming out. I'm not even gonna list them. There's too many. And I'll say a list, and then people will go, well, what about this and this? And I'll be, oh, I don't know. This is me with not enough sleep and too much caffeine. Get used to it. My non-spoiler review, the wife had to go to the bathroom in the middle of it and never went. That's how good it is. Yeah. So if you like this Fwoosh Weekly, comment, like, subscribe, and come here and give me a big hug. And oh yeah, I'll catch you on the Fwoosh. I'm looking down, and this is what lack of sleep does. Before the final raw cut, 41 minutes. That's from screwing up, that's from repeating myself, that's from, you know, nearly choking, and that's from rambling way too much. I'm sitting here thinking, oh my god, is this the first 20-minute weekly I'll ever do? I don't know. We'll have to see.